This is Cody, and you are tuned to B-Boy 45, broadcasting from the Seacrest Studios right here at Children's Hospital, Colorado. I've got Maya on the Skype with another special edition of the latest news to keep you in the groove. Maya, why is this such a special edition?
Because Sidney Flanigan is calling in.
Sidney, how are you? We're so glad to have you.
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are so excited. Maya, take it away.
So my first question for you is, who or what inspired you to start acting?
Well, actually, I didn't start out as an actor. I actually started out as a musician. I started playing music from like a really young age, and I played the violin and the guitar, and I wrote my own songs. And I guess the director of this film, when she was looking for the person to play the part in this movie, she followed me on Facebook and watched my videos that I posted of me playing music in my room. And I guess she just liked me, and she reached out to me to audition for the film. So at first I wasn't sure if it was something that I was capable of, but then I kind of took the chance, and I found that I really liked it.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always is such a powerful movie. My question was, how did that opportunity come about? But I think you already answered that. So, how does it feel to be a part of such a critically acclaimed movie?
It feels like incredibly surreal. I never thought that I would be at a place like this in my life. You know, I never saw myself leaving the very small grassroots art community that I'm a part of. And it's just kind of I still feel like I'm processing it every day, and I still feel like I can't believe it. And I'm really grateful and like really humbled by the experience.
Cool.
Now, what instruments do you play?
I play the violin, the ukulele, the guitar, and then I'm trying to teach myself cello right now, which is that thing behind me.
Wow, that's a lot. That's great.
Do you have any upcoming projects?
Not currently at the moment. Things have slowed down a little bit, but I've been auditioning for things. I've been doing tapes from home and stuff, and I'm hoping for something, yeah.
Cool. Do you ever get anxiety before auditions, and what do you do to calm those nerves?
Oh yeah, totally. I totally get anxiety about, like anything like of that sort. It's definitely nerve-wracking. I try to do things that are relaxing. I try to do like breathing exercises, or I try to just like, be compassionate towards myself, and just go into it with, like kind of a growth mindset. Like, if even if I don't get it, it'll at least be a good learning experience, and that I can just do my best and just have fun with it.
Cool. Yeah. So are there any new shows that you're binge watching, and any that you recommend?
See, I have a bit of a problem where I don't watch too many new shows. I know that I should. I've been, during my time stuck at home, I've been rewatching old shows that I like a lot, because I have a lot of comfort shows. So I've been watching Star Trek, and I've been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I've been watching, I'm trying to think of a new show that I can recommend. Oh my gosh.
That's okay. Do you recommend Star Trek?
Yeah, specifically, I like Voyager out of all the series. It's the first one that had a female captain, and it's really cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I've been rewatching old shows too. So, like comfort shows for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you had mentioned that you're also a singer, songwriter, and you play a bunch of instruments. What is your songwriting process like?
Yeah. Yeah, this is always like a hard question to answer because it's not really like I can give like a straightforward answer, but I'd say, you know, it kind of comes, it's kind of like all over the place. Like sometimes, it'll happen like in the shower, like I'll be in the shower and I'll like be humming something. I'll be like, oh wait, I can work with that. And then I get out the shower and then I like have to grab my guitar, or like I write little scraps of lyric in like the memo pad in my phone, or like it's kind of like little scraps sometimes. And sometimes I sit down and I'll write a whole song like just in one sitting. But sometimes they take months to construct. It's very all over the place. But for the most part, I draw from like my own personal experiences. I've never done too much writing out of like a fictional idea. I've always written from what I know and kind of like what I'm personally going through.
Cool. So will you be releasing any original music?
Yeah, I'm working on an EP right now. I have some music floating around somewhere on the internet from like when I was in high school. Yeah, it's all over the place. I think I have references to it on my in my Instagram story somewhere. But yeah, I am working on a new EP right now. I've been working on the arrangements every day and the writing, and hopefully when, the pandemic has lifted, I can get into a studio and record it.
Cool. Yeah. So who is your favorite singer?
Favorite singer. My favorite singer or my favorite songwriter?
Either one.
Okay. I guess I'd have to say right now, because this is usually who I always say, is this artist Brian Fallon. He has a band called the Gaslight Anthem, but he also has solo music under Brian Fallon, and I really love his music. It's very heartfelt, and I relate to it a lot.
Cool. So what is your biggest pet peeve?
Let's see. What is my biggest pet peeve? Got me on the spot there. Let's see. Normally I feel like I would have these like ready to go, but okay, I don't like when people chew with their mouth open. That's gotta be one.
Yeah. Yeah, that drives me crazy. So what terrible movie do you secretly love?
Oh, a terrible movie that I secretly love. Ooh, there's gotta be plenty of those. Oh man, I'm trying to think. There's definitely some bad movies that I like. I'm trying to think of one now. Let's see. It's like I feel like there's one right there, like sitting in the front of my brain, and I like can't pull it out. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have to pass right now because I don't know.
That's okay.
Like I should know.
Yeah. So what do you like to do in your spare time?
I really like reading a lot, and then also, binge watching television. I love television. But yeah, I like reading. I like going for walks in the park. I like to spend time with friends. Yeah, and then I especially usually I like hanging out with other friends and having like jam sessions together, like playing music together. It's like one of my favorite things to do.
Cool. Yeah. So what song would be on the soundtrack to your life?
Oof. Oh, there's so many.
You can give us more than one.
Yeah. Oh man. A song that would be the soundtrack to my songs that would be soundtracks to my life. Let's see. Probably it's like one that definitely would. There's this one called Your Heart is a Muscle by this band called Ramshackle Glory. and there's one called Persevere by an artist named Harley Poe. I think I kind of like would kind of like see those as like mottos, like those songs would embody like a motto for me. So yeah, I'd definitely probably say if I had to, probably those couple songs.
Cool. So do you have a motto or quotation that you live by?
Yeah, it's kind of goofy, but I remember it was like my senior quote in my high school. But my parents were like, they listened to punk music. So when I grew up, I listened to a lot of punk music. And there was this band called Rancid, and they had this song where the line was, "When I got the music, I got a place to go." And I really always liked that because it made me feel like, no matter how hard my life got, and no matter when I felt like I didn't know what I was doing with myself, I always felt like I still had music to fall back on. And so I always kind of really liked that quote.
Yeah, I like that. So my last question for you is, who do you consider to be a real life superhero and why?
Probably my mom. She did a really incredible job raising us even under difficult circumstances. And I think that's really great. She juggled a job and 3 kids without, a dad to help her out. And I think that's pretty cool. I'd say that's a pretty superhero-ish type thing to do.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I had a really fun time talking to you.
Well, thank you for having me. This is nice.